Up in the Gallery, a short story by Franz Kafka, translated by Willa and Edwin Muir, narrated by Tyler Henry. If some frail, consumptive equestrian in the circus were to be urged around and around on an undulating horse for months on end, without respite by a ruthless, whip-flourishing ringmaster, before an insatiable public, whizzing along on her horse, throwing kisses, swaying from the waist, and if this performance were likely to continue in the infinite perspective of a drab future to the unceasing roar of the orchestra and hum of the ventilators, accompanied by ebbing and renewed swelling bursts of applause which are really steam hammers, then, perhaps, a young visitor to the gallery might race down the long stairs through all the circles, rush into the ring, and yell, "Stop!" against the fanfares of the orchestra still playing the appropriate music. But since that is not so, a lovely lady, pink and white, floats in between the curtains, which proud lackeys open before her. The ringmaster, deferentially catching her eye, comes toward her breathing animal devotion, tenderly lifts her up on the dapple gray, as if she were his own most precious granddaughter about to start on a dangerous journey, cannot make up his mind to give the signal with his whip, finally masters himself enough to crack the whip loudly, runs along beside the horse, open-mouthed, follows with a sharp eye the leaps taken by its rider, finds her artistic skill almost beyond belief, calls to her with English shouts of warning, angrily exhorts the grooms who hold the hoops to be most closely attentive, before the great somersault lifts up his arms and implores the orchestra to be silent, finally lifts the little one down from a trembling horse, kisses her on both cheeks, and finds that all the ovation she gets from the audience is barely sufficient, while she herself, supported by him, right up on the tips of her toes, in a cloud of dust, with outstretched arms and small head thrown back, invites the whole circus to share her triumph. Since that is so, the visitor to the gallery lays his face on the rail before him and, sinking into the closing march as into a heavy dream, weeps without knowing it. The end. This has been a recording of Up in the Gallery, a short story by Franz Kafka.